Okay, in this video, we are going to create a new opportunity, a new account and a new person. So in this scenario, I've been talking to a person called Paul, Paul Paulson, and he runs a business called Paul's Plumbing. And we've never done any work with them before, but I've just got off the back of a phone call with him. He wants to put 5 people through the Cert 4 in lab, and he wants to do that in Melbourne. So we're going to start from the start, and what we'll use is this information tree here. So a lot of the time we start with the account, we go into create the opportunity, then the contact, make sure they're all linked, and then we're all away. So this document is around everywhere, and I'll recirculate it as well. So the first step we're going to do is create an account. So we'll go new. And then this is important here. So we're actually going to create a business account. Okay. The account's name is Paul's Plumbing. Okay. The type is he's a customer. The industry which he's in. Out of all of these, so these are all our specific industries which are special to us. So we know that he's let's say he's a lab, just a pretty normal lab. Let's just put him in pathology lab. He's plumbing, but anyway. We know that he is going to work. It's going to take about 3 to 6 months to get this over the line. He's got about 6 employees there, 5 of which want to do the course. His phone number is in there. Okay, so we add in here, and he is paulsplumbing.com. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put the state in. Where do we say he was? Victoria. Okay, so we're going to search here. He's just down. I don't know. He's 120 Brunswick Street. All right. So we've put him in there. And then that automatically populates all the postcode and everything down there, which is pretty cool. We save that. So now we're in Paul's Plumbing's account. And if we refer back to the process, the next thing we want to do is create the opportunity. So what we're working on. So now we will go here. We'll go click on related. And the next thing we do here is we add an opportunity. And it's a B2B because we are working with businesses, Paul's Plumbing. So we click on next. So this is a really important bit. So if we refer back to here and we look at that, so this is Rio Tinto Lab Leadership is the option there. So that's our naming convention. So it's Paul's Plumbing, and then it's Lab Cert 4, and then we put in brackets the volume. So we're going to put 5 people through this program. Okay, so the account name is Paul's Plumbing. When we're going to close, it's important for us with our forecasting to put in when we're going to close it. So we said 3 to 6 months. So we're going to put him in here in September. He's new business, Paul is. He is, let's just say we're still at prospecting at this stage, but we're actually going to send him the quote. So we'll actually change that in a minute. But we know we've got five students here. It's really important to fill out that because we're actually going to start to pull data off that eventually. All the information we put in here is what we're pulling out of it as well. So the state is Victoria for this one. Okay. And that is all we need to do. So we know that he's on that 3 to 6 months time frame. No lead channel really, we cold called him. So we'll save. So what we might do as well is we're just going to call Paul as a contact. So because we're in the account field is still at this stage, it's pre-populated Paul's Plumbing. So Paul Paulson, let's go with. He's the CEO. paulsplumbing.com. Okay, we don't know much about him. We got his phone in there. We know that he, as an individual, is interested in lab operations, and this will be important in the future for our system. So it'll actually pick him up under different things. So make sure you put in what area he's interested, because if he's in lab, he's not going to be in building and so on and so forth. Probably a bad example using plumbing company in lab, but we'll just keep going. We don't know who he reports to, but we could put in all the different people in there very easily. So we'll just save that. So now, if we go back to our tree here, we need to make sure that they're all linked. So we're at step 4 here. So I'm just going to go into the opportunity, because the opportunity is what we're essentially working on. And we'll go into Paul's Plumbing. Here's the opportunity, and we're going to bring in Paul. So we'll add a contact role, and he'll be right here. Paul Paulson, there he is. So we know he's a decision maker here. So we'll just add in there. A lot of this can be done from our Outlook for Lightning as well. So now the actual account is connected, because the account is up here, and the stage is prospecting. So now let's assume that we're going to take this a few steps forward. The first thing I did with Paul was I said I'd call him back in tomorrow. So I'm going to schedule a task for myself. Call Paul. Okay, it's due tomorrow. It's related to the Paul's Plumbing Step 4, so save, bang, that's done. So that's going to remind me tomorrow to give him a call. We also spoke about he wanted to talk about the training package, so we could actually log an industry consultation. So we could say that yesterday at 11 a.m. Paul and I discussed okay, so the discussion that we had was around customizing 3 units to suit Paul's meeting, to suit Paul's business. These units were X, X, and Y. So we save that in there. That really helps us around audit time when we want to pull some information about our industry consultation meeting we've done. But now what I want to do is actually add what he's working on. So over here, when we're on the opportunity thing, we've got the opportunity look. We've got the products, so we're going to add a product.